A new rule being proposed by our state insurance commissioner is drawing criticism from a local consumer group calling it vindictive and Trumpian. Commissioner Ricardo Lara's proposal would streamline the rate review process, and he says it would make it more efficient and would increase transparency and fairness. But the proposed changes would impact those who wish to challenge an insurer's rate request. I'm joined now by Jamie Court, the president of LA-based Consumer Watchdog. Jamie, thanks for joining me this morning.
My pleasure.
So Consumer Watchdog has been one of the most consistent challengers of the rate hike requests and an outspoken critic of Lara. So how would this proposed rule impact Consumer Watchdog, or really any person or group who wishes to challenge a rate hike?
Well, it would make it so that the commissioner has to agree with us to get paid, and it would put up tons of hurdles for us to get paid. I mean, this has been a really successful system. Over the last 22 years, we've saved $6.5 billion in rate hikes that were proposed and that we knocked down because they're unreasonable by just our group being in. There have been other groups coming in as well. And we've been paid about $14 million to save $6.5 billion. That's 25 cents for every $100 saved. Now the commissioner is saying this is a system where the rules have been set for like 25 years. He's changing them to make it really a high hurdle for us to get paid and putting all sorts of layers. If we duplicate what the Department of Insurance says, we can't get paid. If he doesn't like what we say, we can't get paid. It puts a lot of power with one person, and one person who we've been very critical of for taking insurance industry money after he said he wasn't going to take insurance industry money. And this is his way out the door. It's his last year, and we feel like it's like a revenge regulation on his way out the door.
And you mentioned getting paid, because those who challenge these rate hike requests are paid money for their work as reimbursement for their cost of participation. But Lara and critics accuse your organization of scooping up 90% of the fees that have been paid out to, as you mentioned, several $million. And they say this is just too much money going to one group. What do you say to that?
Well, we're the only real group doing it because we're the only group has been able to have the expertise. You have to have actuaries, you have to have attorneys. It takes a long time to get paid. It takes a year and a half to get paid. And unfortunately, commissioners were not paying groups, so groups got out of it. But we have had a tremendous record. As I said, we saved $6.5 billion. Last year alone, we saved $1 billion in rate hikes on our interventions. $1 billion. That's money consumers would be paying. And so, but right now he's trying to drive out the last group, and he's doing it intentionally. And by the way, Governor Newsom's behind him too. They want home insurance companies to get their rate hikes quicker. The governor said that in a stage in New York, and they want them to get them whether they're deserved or not. And our rates are not low. They're in the mid-range, but they're going up. The commissioner just approved literally a quarter of, or actually 5 companies just applied for $250 million in rate hikes. And if we're not there to challenge whether they're reasonable or not, you know, they're going to go through, because when the commissioner looks at a rate and we're not involved, and this is just statistics, he approves 95% of the rate. When we are involved, we get it down to 60% of the rate in auto and 70% of the rate in homeowners. And so we are saving people hundreds of millions of dollars when we get involved. And he doesn't want that, because he wants the companies to get their rate hikes, because he claims to want them to stay in the state. But just because they get the rate hikes don't mean they're going to sell to everyone. It's just money coming out of people's pockets. And I think it's a terrible way of dealing with things if you're a regulator, to allow rate hikes to go through that are unreasonable.
Now, the commissioner's office did send me a statement defending this rule change and saying, quote, under Commissioner Lara's proposed reforms, interveners will continue to be eligible to receive fees paid by consumers. The only change is that Californians will know exactly what they are paying for and to whom. Lara also said in a news release that diverse voices should be represented at these rate hike hearings, implying that only Consumer Watchdog has dominated these proceedings and led to what he calls unnecessary delays that ultimately cost consumers. What do you think of that assessment?
Well, I think it's completely wrong. We obviously have saved money. The other thing is the delays are not there. We looked at all of the rate hikes we've been involved in, homeowners and auto insurance, and when there's an intervener involved, when we're involved actually, the rates the time until the rate approvals are identical in homeowners insurance, and they're a little less in auto insurance when we're involved. So it's the department that's taking a lot of time. We are not slowing things down. The statistics show that. And we are saving people money, and we're not being paid too much. Our experts and actuaries are paid reasonable rates, a lot less than the company's actuaries and lawyers. So the only reason, like I said, that the commissioner wants to get rid of us are because we have been a hard critic of him. He's been, for instance, recently accused of traveling around the world and not filing appropriate paperwork on that to account for the public money. We were out there talking about it. We were out there talking about when he took insurance industry money. And now he's got 1 year left, and he's trying to stick it to us. And at the same time, probably get himself a nice little corner office from the insurance industry when he gets out of office. And we're going to challenge it in court if we can, and if not, we'll do the best we can to be there, to be intervening, even if we don't get paid. But at some point, you can't keep doing this if your experts aren't getting paid.
All right, Jamie, thank you so much for joining us. I think the one thing we can all agree upon is that we are in an insurance crisis. Thanks so much.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.